With Pokemon sealed product being available quite easily now, what is the best booster packs from which sets for under $10? Well, today we're going to be finding out which set is going to be the best one for your money. So today we're going to be taking a look at some cheap booster packs. I say cheap, under $10. And it's been a long time since I did a video like this. Now back then there was not as many sets as there are released now, especially in the Sword and Shield era, and we also have Scarlet and Violet. So today we're going to be going through a bunch of different sets which, you know, the booster packs are going to be under $10. We're going to be judging them on how fun they are to open, the pull rates, and just overall value that the set brings to the booster pack itself. So we'll be taking a look at TCG Player at all of these sets. So let's start off with an honorable mention. Okay, first up on the honorable mention we have Shining Fates. Now I absolutely love Shining Fates. It's a special set, holiday set, whichever way you want to call it. This is a great set. I do enjoy it. When it came out, it was great fun. It was really expensive because it came out kind of like during the pandemic, so it was very heavily inflated. Then it got reprinted into, well, oblivion really, and it's become reasonably cheap and still easy to get hold of. And you know, the pull rates in the set are pretty good. You know, you do have a subset. Holiday sets as a whole tend to be pretty good, like in general, okay? You know, they have good pull rates, got subsets, things like that. You got the baby shinies, a big list. You got the full art shinies as well in this set. There's a real big chase card in the Shiny Charizard VMAX. So let's take a look. We've got $5 or just under $5 for a Shining Fates booster pack. And over the past 3 months, this was going for around about $5.50, and it has gone down a little bit. There's still a lot of ETBs out there, collection boxes and the like. So this is still quite an easy product to get hold of. We go back a year, and to be fair, this set has just been pretty steady. I mean, at one point it did actually drop to $4.40, $4.45. That's actually pretty cheap going. But you know, $5.50 was the highest amount for this. But it only makes it in as an honorable mention, mainly because the Charizard VMAX is the only real big chase card, whereas all the other cards are not the greatest. Another honorable mention is Astral Radiance. Now, Astral Radiance is, in my opinion, the weakest out of the Trainer Gallery sets. And the reason why I put it on this list as an honorable mention is because of the Trainer Gallery set. Now, if it didn't have the Trainer Gallery set, if I'm being honest, it wouldn't even make an honorable mention. But it does, and you can pick it up pretty cheap. I mean, $3 is, you know, pretty reasonable. It's just a regular set. It's not like holiday set or specialty set or anything like that. Booster boxes are reasonably cheap to get of Astral Radiance, all the more the cheaper ones in the Sword and Shield era. The set does have some fantastic cards in it, like the Machamp, the Dialga, and the Palkia. Value wise, it's okay. It's mediocre, in my opinion. That's why I would only put it as an honorable mention. Like I said, it's the weakest out of the Trainer Gallery sets. Trainer Gallery really did help make opening booster packs way more fun and increase the pull rates of just getting stuff in your packs. You know, we were opening up things like Battle Styles and Fusion Strike, and they are super tough of trying to get hits and value for your money, and it's just not worth it. So Astral Radiance does come in as an honorable mention. I mean, if it had slightly higher valuable cards, then it probably would have made the list, but just an honorable mention. And then finally, at the honorable mentions, just missing out on the list, we have Paldea Evolved, the most recent set. Now, I actually think Scarlet and Violet has brought in a bit more excitement into opening booster packs, because the pull rates seem to be pretty decent. I mean, the pull rates, as in the volume of hits that you get when opening up product in Scarlet and Violet base and in Paldea Evolved, have actually been pretty good. Now, I've managed to get a decent amount of both sets just from a small amount of boosters, maybe 2 to 3 booster boxes worth of packs, which, you know, isn't a huge amount in the grand scheme of things compared to some of the older sets. And this is super cheap. We're looking at under $3 for a booster pack. That is very good. You know, booster boxes have been dropping in price as well. And now's a good time to pick up some Paldea Evolved, crack some packs, and have some fun. The Ono is the big chase card in the set, over $100. It is a pretty big chase card. And some of the other cards actually hold a decent amount of value. The real value, to be fair, in this set is actually in the art rares, because a lot of the art rares, they're not massively common and they're not really tough to get. They hold pretty good value, you know, around that $5 mark. Some are a little bit more. They actually hold a decent amount of value in not the hardest to get cards, and that's quite good. That makes it better when you open up these packs, especially if you're only paying under $3 a pack. That is pretty good. All right, so number 5, we are going into Silver Tempest. I like Silver Tempest. I think it's good. It's a Trainer Gallery set. You got good, you know, somewhat good pull rates, big chase card in the Lugia, decent Trainer Gallery with that awesome looking Rayquaza. But the thing is with Silver Tempest is it's still quite cheap. You know, it is cheap, and with reprints coming, it's going to be even cheaper. That's what we're talking about. We want cheap packs, don't we? When we got it right now, $3 is not that expensive. You know, and as you can see, it has been dropping We go back a year, and overall, this hasn't been that expensive. It kind of just reached $4 at one point, and now it's back down. And it could go even further with some reprints of booster boxes. Silver Tempest is quite new, you know, to be fair. And it is a good set. I enjoy opening it. I've had great fun opening it. There's some good value, of course, in that trainer gallery as well. And that's one of the reasons why it did make it into the list. Slightly better than Astral Radiance. That's why I made it in. One of my favorite sets is Lost Origin, and we have it up next. And to be fair, this is, in my opinion, one of the strongest trainer gallery sets and one of the strongest sets in the Sword and Shield era. $3.40 for this booster pack. We go back kind of a year ago, and it was just over $4. Reprints coming, gonna be cheaper. That's great. Giratina is still one of the most expensive alt art cards, to be fair, in the Sword and Shield era at over $300. You know, so that's doing really well. We have the Aerodactyl as well. Very strong trainer gallery in this set with those Pikachus. So Lost Origin's got a lot going for it. You know, it's got a lot going for it. And with reprints coming, booster box dropping in price, boosters dropping in price, good time to crack some packs. Pull rates, they are a bit weaker. You know, they're a bit weaker on the pull rates compared to some of the other trainer gallery sets. So, you know, that's why I didn't put it up higher on this list. But I do feel like it is better than Silver Tempest and Astral Radiance. Evolving Skies, I put it at number 3. Why? Because it is really expensive and the pull rates are trash. Let's be honest, they're not very good. However, when you do hit these big cards, I'm talking the alt arts, you are bringing in a good amount of money. The downside is you're already paying a lot to be able to try and get these cards. And like I said, the pull rates are really tough. If the pull rates were a bit better, or if this set had a trainer gallery, in my opinion, I would probably put it at number 1. But it doesn't. That's why I put it at number 3. In my opinion, there's 2 sets that are better for your money, to be fair, to open. Evolving Skies is pretty good. Booster boxes are really expensive, so I wouldn't go that route. You know, $400 or over $400 now for a booster box. As we can see for this, $7.43 for a regular booster pack. You can get boosters, other products, and in my opinion, I think that's the best cost-efficient way to get hold of some Evolving Skies packs. Whether or not they would be the Costco tins, whether or not be the Charizard UPCs. I've seen them in reprints of some of the new collection boxes that have been coming out. So there are loads of different products that you can get, which has like maybe 1 or 2 Evolving Skies packs in them. Yeah, so that's probably the best way, in my opinion, to get hold of some Evolving Skies packs. Going for a booster box, it's just not worth it. We go back a year and we can see the climb of Evolving Skies booster packs. You know, we're looking at, you know, around about the $4 mark, you know, or just under $4 a year ago, which was just the normal price. And it is now climbed to go along with the booster boxes and the hype and just supply. You know, there's not a lot of Evolving Skies around. This is a tough set to open, so that's why I had to put it at number 3. Number 2, we have Brilliant Stars. But the reason why I love Brilliant Stars is because, 1, this is an absolute stacked set. Loads of Charizards, Evolutions, you've got Legendary Birds, amazing trainer gallery. And on top of that, the pull rates are really good. You know, the pull rates of Brilliant Stars, in my opinion, is probably the second best in the Sword and Shield era. We'll get to number 1, but this is definitely a really good set. You know, strongest trainer gallery set out of all of them. You know, it and, you know, Evolving Skies were kind of fighting it out for me, but, you know, the way I looked at it is, it was like, well, the problem is with Evolving Skies is, you know, price, and the pull rate's really bad. Whereas Brilliant Stars, $3.44 is pretty decent for Brilliant Stars. We go back a year and we can see that the booster packs did go up. You know, they did actually go up. Supply was getting a little bit scarce, to be fair. Booster boxes were reaching that 180 mark, approaching 200. They've now been dropping down as there's been restocks of Brilliant Stars. And you can still get Brilliant Stars quite easily, quite comfortably around here. Yeah, around, so that's pretty good. Overall, really good set. Big chase card, of course, with, you know, the Charizard and all the other awesome cards in this set. Single card prices have been dropping because obviously booster packs are a bit easier to get hold of, a bit cheaper. But overall, Brilliant Stars is a really good one. Of course, number 1 has to be Crown Zenith. This set, guys, if you've opened it, you know what I'm talking about. This set is, in my opinion, I would like to say kind of a blueprint of what they should follow in the future, because you get a ton of hits. I mean, in some cases, literally like, you know, 1 every 2 packs, which is crazy. It's a specialty set. In my opinion, it's one of the best specialty sets we've had since Hidden Fates. It is just fantastic. You have some amazing artwork and amazing cards in the set. You've got the Glaring Gallery, you know, so you've got these cards in what would be in the reverse holo slot. Just incredible value as well. The cards hold decent amount of value. Even though they've been dropping, still holds pretty good, especially with how easy it is to get these, which is crazy. You know, it's doing really well. Booster packs, we're looking at $4.41. has been dropping, to be fair. We go back since its release, looking at over $6. So there's been a lot of Crown Zenith. They printed a lot of this set. Similar to Shining Fates, Pokemon Go, you know, even Celebrations, they printed a lot of Crown Zenith. And they tend to do that with these holiday specialty sets now. So it's so good. It's so good. You know, it's really weird. Like, it's always been between Evolving Skies and Crown Zenith, which is the best set in the Sword and Shield era, but we can't deny which is the best set to open, and it is Crown Zenith. You know, for value for money, Crown Zenith is great. There's some fantastic products out there with the Elite Trader Box and, you know, the premium figure collections as well. Even the tins, very, very good. I think it's probably best for your money to open up Crown Zenith, and I've had the most fun. Out of all the sets in the Sword and Shield era, Crown Zenith takes it for me. It really, really does. There you have it, guys. Those are some sets and some booster packs which I think are really good. Let me know down in the comments, guys. You know, you would change anything in this list. Would you add any sets in? Let me know down in the comments. And like over here in the UK, a lot of these are pretty cheap. Apart from Evolving Skies, which are getting ridiculously expensive, you can pick up a lot of these packs for a reasonable price. They tend to be around about £4 or less, you know, depending on where you pick them up from. But there are a ton of products still out there right now. One of my favorite products to pick up for packs, I think, is the Charizard UPC. You can pick them up for under £100. They come with 3 Evolving Skies packs, which is fantastic. And of course, all the awesome stuff in there with the Playman accessories and the promos. But yeah, there are some fantastic products and some fantastic sets. Crown Zenith takes it for me. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Brilliant Stars Evolving Skies, you could have them fight for the second spot, but I think because of the price and the pull rates of Evolving Skies, it does suck, right? To be fair, it is pretty bad. But if you do pull one of the big hits, you're winning, okay? We can all agree on that one. So it's kind of a gamble. It's kind of a gamble. Whereas with Brilliant Stars, it's got good pull rates. You know, there are a ton of amazing cards in there, and the rate of pulls makes it a little bit more fun than something like Evolving Skies. But if you're looking to pick up some Crown Zenith and you want to know what's going on in the market regarding Crown Zenith, make sure to click on this video right here. And if you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that's it for me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.